I'm very well, Maria Cabanillas. Welcome to the Valder BB Show live in Dallas, Texas. Everybody's talking insurance because now we've got this deadline on these plans and people are trying to figure out, well, what's in the plan? Are they going to do this? But you're here to give us some clarity, so I'm so excited to talk to you.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here. I'm excited to talk to you too.
Okay, the topic you and I will be discussing is, are you leaving benefits on the table? Tell me, what do you mean by that title? What benefits will your company, United Health Plan, intersect this conversation with?
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for asking. So, right now, the Medicare annual enrollment period is open and it runs through now through December 7th. So, this is really the time to check what your options are. If you or a loved one has both Medicare and Medicaid, you could qualify for a dual special needs plan, which is also known as a D-SNP plan. And these D-SNP plans are for folks who could need more support because of their income, because of a disability, or just because of their health needs. And for many of the people who qualify, these plans could be available at no additional cost. But I got to tell you, Valder, here's the kicker. Nearly half of the people that qualify are not signed up. And that means that people could be leaving really important benefits on the table. So that's why we're here. We want to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Have you figured out why they have not signed up?
Yes, I think it's mostly that people just don't know. So I think a lot of times folks don't realize that if you've got both Medicare and Medicaid, that you are eligible for these other plans that are called D-SNPs. And so we're here to make sure that people are aware because, again, if you don't know, you could be missing out on some really important benefits that can help you stay healthy and independent, which is what we're all looking for.
What do these plans do, and how do they simplify coverage and reduce cost?
That's a great question. So these plans, the way they work is that they actually coordinate both your Medicare and your Medicaid benefits. So they make it easier to make sure that you're utilizing your coverage, and that can actually help lower your out-of-pocket costs as well. And most people that are eligible for D-SNPs, they usually tend to manage at least one chronic condition. And that's why these plans are set up to help coordinate your care. So they can help you do things like track your doctor's appointments. They can support your medication needs. They can help connect you to support services for things like housing or caregiver support. And not just that, but they can also help you stay current with preventive care. So for example, like making sure that you get your annual wellness visits and your screenings. So as you can see, these are all really important things that help people stay healthy.
I'd like to let my audience know we're talking about, are you leaving benefits on the table for this upcoming health plan year? So please pay attention, and we'll give you a place at the end of our conversation where you can go and get more information. Okay, these plans, do they simplify coverage and reduce the cost of plans? What do they really do?
They do. They not just only help you reduce the cost of your coverage, but they can also make sure that you're utilizing all of your benefits to their full extent. So what we don't want is people who have both Medicare and Medicaid to leave these really useful benefits on the table. So we want to make sure that folks know that these plans can really help you make sure that you're maximizing your plan while lowering your costs as well, potentially.
Okay, we need to talk every day. Like people need rides to the doctors, healthy groceries, utility bills. Is that segued into these plans?
It does, and I'm really glad you asked me that because really honestly, this is where these D-SNP plans can make a really big difference. And I feel like this is where they really shine. They can help you not just get, prescription drug coverage, but many of these D-SNP plans can offer additional benefits like vision, hearing, and dental checkups, as well as cleanings. They can also help you get rides, not just to, but back from your doctor's appointment as well. And they can help you with purchasing over-the-counter medications. So think about things like, over-the-counter drugs like painkillers. But in addition to that, many of these D-SNP plans can also offer additional benefits for people with qualifying chronic conditions. So think about, for example, someone with diabetes. They could get help with paying for healthy groceries. They can get help with paying for some of their utility bills, like their water bill or even their light bills. but it's important to remember that the benefits vary from plan to plan. So you really want to check what benefits are available before you sign up. And again, these can really help you stay healthy. So it's important that you don't forget and that you don't miss the deadline of December 7th.
Okay, you say the benefits vary from plan to plan, but do they vary from state to state, from zip code to zip code?
They could. That's a great question, and I'm really glad you asked that. So, for those of us here in Texas, our benefits can look really different from other states. And so that's why it's really important for you to go out and make sure that you're checking into what is available where you live so that you make sure that you're maximizing your benefits in your area.
How do they find out more? Because this is a complex, and I know you know this, Mary, this is like so complex for really older people to have to make this decision. I'm thinking you guys think that every older person has an assistant or something like that, but sometimes, like my neighbors, they live by themselves. They have to make this choice. So where do they get help from?
You know, it is so true. And it does feel overwhelming and it can feel, like it's a lot, but really we're here to help simplify it. And we really want to help folks so that they can educate themselves and make the best decision for themselves because everyone's unique and everyone has their own set of, things that are important to them. And so we want to make sure that they get what is needed for their specific needs, right? And so if you've got Medicare and you've got Medicaid, one of these plans could be a good fit for you. So in order to get more information, we really want folks to go out to our website, which is getdual.com. I'm going to spell it out for folks. It's GET as in Tom, D as in dog, UAL as in Larry. So getdual.com. And on that website, you can learn more about what the D-SNP products look like. You can also learn about how to sign up. But I really want to remind folks that December 7th is the deadline, so don't delay.
This has been such an informative conversation. You have been so transparent. I really appreciate you stopping by the Valder Beebe Show to help educate my audience. And I don't know if they told you, my audience made up people born between 1946 and 1964, and they're called boomers. And I think they are the crux of these health care plans. Thank you so much.
Right. You hit the nail on the head. Thank you. It was a pleasure to speak with you.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of The Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.